Akademiks was live on Twitch, and on Twitch he started discussing the dark reality and possibility that little Durk in future might be facing a RICO charge either coming from the state of Georgia or from the Fed.
I remember when they were holding Durk, there was a detective from Chicago who flew to Atlanta to testify that Durk was a big gang member that they've been trying to catch. I'm like, what the hell? A detective from another city going to another city to testify that they want to capture Durk too? Like, there's a lot of people been trying to get Durk in some shit, right? By the way, Durk notoriously has had 3 gun charges. He got 3 gun charges in Chicago. Somehow, still free. Look, Atlanta Police Department say witnesses describe seeing Lil Durk pull out a gun. Point what I'm trying to tell y'all. I think Durk is playing a very dangerous game. I think Durk rapping about current beefs, rapping about people who are actively getting hurt, shot, this and third. Durk giving commentary, which I think he might think, just like many fans, be like, oh no, he's talking in codes. Bro, the detectives get paid only to follow these cases. These detectives know more than academics. Okay? If you're rapping like, check on your man, he blah, 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 and he ain't dead, and blah, 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 he got hit in his head, like the cops know you're talking about Wooski, brother. Like, they're not looking like, who is he talking about? I wonder who is he talking about this one. No, nigga, they know what the fuck you talking about. You know what I mean? The cops ain't looking like, I wonder who he's talking about this one. This car should have ducked. I wonder what he's talking about this. No, they know who he's talking about. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think Durk pushes the line because it helps his career. But I do believe that there is police somewhere that's lurking or investigating him that are probably compiling all these things to use against him. And you might say, why am I bringing this up now? I only bring this up because just to let y'all know, rap beef don't happen in a vacuum. The number one suspect for Quando getting shot is going to be Durk, whether he has nothing to do with it. Do I think he got something to do with it? I would hope no. But if I'm the police and I hear that a rapper was shot in a city that he's not from, I'm going to Google. I'm going to start the Googling. Who doesn't like Quando Rondo? And the first person coming up is Lil Durk. That's the thing about beefing in hip-hop.
Now, let's get genuine and honest about the Durk situation, right? The truth of the matter is this concerning Durk. Durk has been involved in a lot of trouble. Harkening back to the issue with King Von back in Atlanta before Von died. The shooting where Von and Durk got involved over at the Varsity downtown in Atlanta. And that case, despite the fact that it was a violent case, there was a shooting, someone was shot, and Durk and Von were named as the perpetrators, nothing ever came of that case. In fact, Durk and Von kind of walked away from that one, kind of with silence behind them, right? Obviously, Von passed away, unfortunately, and Durk, for the most part, hasn't been dealing with any issues as far as we know concerning the case. Now, that is concerning for Durk. For the Durk fans and, people who are big OTF fans, that might mean absolutely nothing to you. You might be happy. But the reality is Durk's case going quiet is concerning for OTF and the people who have money invested in OTF. Because it means that either A, the state of Georgia is picking up a RICO for Durk, which is a possibility. Once you become a resident of a state, they can form a RICO for you if they want to. Or, even worse, the feds are coming to get little Durk, which is another possibility. Now, the reality of the situation is that Durk has been paying a lot of attention to the fact that he could get caught by the feds. In fact, he's mentioned at one point that in 10 years, he sees himself possibly in the possession of the feds. But Durk has also been playing an extremely dangerous game, like Akademiks said in the video. Durk has been playing a dangerous game. You take the situation with Vaughn at the Varsity, shooting at folks, allegedly. Then you take in the situation of dissing the ops, referring to the dead, antagonizing people he's got beef with, constantly reminding the public and the police, I'm still a gang member, I'm still gang affiliated, and I still got beef with niggas over in Chicago. Still got beef with them, just in case you forgot. I'm gonna rap about my ops in this song and humiliate the dead and make fun of niggas that I got issues with because I just want everybody to know that it's fuck the ops forever. Durk is playing an extremely dangerous game. And I know a lot of y'all niggas who are fans of these rappers are gonna delude yourselves into believing fuckery like, oh, well, you know, niggas like Akademiks or, you know, Rashad or, you know, all these niggas just putting out information that the feds or the police don't know about, and now they know, and Durk and all his homies are gonna go down the drain because of Akademiks. It's just not gonna happen. Anything that might get Durk fucked up, we don't know anything about it. How many of y'all knew the fact that Young Thug allegedly rented out the vehicle that was used in that murder? We didn't know. We had no clue. We only knew when the police themselves revealed it in the RICO case. We don't know what the feds have on Durk, but there's a high probability that there is a Fed RICO or in Atlanta, a Georgia-based RICO coming for Little Durk. It's a possibility that can't be avoided. It's a reality. And y'all niggas, we got to get used to this shit in the culture. The hip-hop culture, we need to get used to this. More and more of these niggas is getting RICO'd, and I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it at all. In the slightest, I'm not mad about it. These rap niggas don't have to do what they do. It's a choice to continue gangbanging. Had Lil Durk stopped gangbanging after he became famous, I guarantee you a RICO probably wouldn't be a reality for him. If he said, you know what, I've made it, I'm done, I just want to stay out the way and mind my business, it would be fine. But 9 times out of 10, a RICO is probably coming for Little Durk. I genuinely believe that's a possibility. Illinois is not going to take responsibility for Durk. We know that to be the case. They're never going to take responsibility. The feds had to come in and grab O-Block. The Illinois Bureau of Investigation, they don't give a fuck about cleaning up the streets of Black Chicago. They don't care. So 9 times out of 10, it's going to be Georgia, either the GBI or the FBI. Either way, you don't want problems with either. You don't want problems with either. But 9 times out of 10, it looks like either them or the GBI are going to be the ones to clean up this OTF situation. And this is another case of either Georgia or the federal government cleaning up a mess that they've made. Cleaning up a mess that the state has made. This gangster culture, this street culture was created by the crack epidemic and mass incarceration. And now they're double backing around to clean this mess up. So I got to give credit where credit's due. But let this be a lesson. Let this be an example to more and more people who might be considering having one foot in the streets and one foot in rap. You can't have both. Niggas gotta choose, bro. I don't know what more y'all need to see. Quando Rondo, homie getting killed right in front of him. Quando Rondo screaming in pain, seeing his homie dead. Vaughn gets killed. JD Youngin gets killed. Young Dolph gets killed. How many bodies need to drop? Young Thug get hit with the RICO. 6ix9ine gets hit with the RICO and tells on everybody. Casanova gets hit with the RICO. He's done. YFN Lucci gets hit with the RICO. How many more people gotta die or get RICO'd before we finally concede as a culture like, yo, this shit is kind of crazy. This shit is kind of whack. This shit is honestly not worth it. When are we gonna decide that? Or does it just, do the bodies have to stack all the way to the ceiling? What is it going to take? Do the bodies have to stack all the way up to God's fucking gates before we say, okay, shit's gotten out of hand. The culture has gotten out of hand. The standards, or rather a lack thereof, have gotten out of hand. We need to get things under control. What is it gonna take? Genuinely, I want to know. Because it looks to me like there are no standards. It looks to me like we're still not getting it. I look at the main cultural pages for hip-hop culture, and there genuinely seems to be a 50-50 divide. Of course, on Say Cheese TV or Akademiks, niggas for the most part are understanding that this shit really ain't cool no more. But you got the Shade Room, No Jumper, where people are still saying free YSL, free YFN. Eventually it'll be, some niggas said free O Block. Eventually it'll be free OTF. At some point, there needs to be an 80-90% part of the black community saying that this shit has got to stop. Ain't no free YSL. Keep YSL. Keep them until we can figure out whether they're guilty or innocent. Ain't no free OTF or free Durk. Sort this shit out. This criminal shit is not cool. There is nothing cool about not being able to sustain a proper community. a safe community. How can a community that can't even keep itself safe build a civilization? How can the black community sit there and talk about Black Life Mattering or the black community or this or that when we literally take pride in how good we are at exterminating one another? How is this possible? How can you build a stable nation, a stable state, a stable county, whatever sort of municipality or realm you want to call it? How can you build a stable area wherein people live and govern themselves when crime is cool? Murder is cool. Drug distribution is cool. Making music humiliating the dead as a result of gang beef is cool. How can all of these things be cool while simultaneously having a functioning community? Somebody help me. Somebody help me. Somebody enlighten me. I'll give you the answer. You can't have both. It's not possible. So at some point, the culture's got to figure this out, because to me, this shit is corny. Getting RICO'd, corny. Getting shot at, that ain't cool. Ain't nothing cool about this. I gotta say it over and over and over again, because this is so deep-seated in us because of the music industry. It's gonna take the internet, content creators such as myself, putting out the content that I'm putting out to change people's minds. There's a pretty good chance that Durk is gonna get hit with the RICO. There's a very good chance. Very, very good chance. We didn't know about Young Thug's RICO until it came. And 9 times out of 10, we're not going to know about Durk's either. None of this shit is worth it. If you're going to become a rapper, keep your feet firmly planted in rap. Keep all your eggs in the basket of rap. And pursue your dreams and stay far the fuck away from trouble, because it ain't worth it. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.